Hello, you're back. Thanks so much for returning. Or maybe this is your first time listening, so welcome to you, and thanks for joining me today. I'm Deb Sherritt, and this is my podcast, What I Find Funny, where funny is given a deep dive. I like to think of this podcast as a place where you can find an explanation for all the various meanings of funny. My British heritage tells me funny is side-splitting, pants-wetting, laughing, tears down your face kind of comedy. But my everyday experiences have taught me that funny has complexities and nuances we may not be aware of until something makes you say, "Isn't that funny?" This episode is all about winning. Oh no, not Charlie Sheen winning sort of way, but actual winning, like contests and such. Now, in our household, we tend to have our own language, and we've decided that there are two types of wins. There's the kind of win that is a true win. For instance, my first win came when I was about 5 years old. I won a raffle for a giant Barbie doll from my friends of the family at their charitable event. A few years later, just as I entered grade 6, I won free meals at McDonald's for a whole year at a New Year's Eve celebration where the crowd was more than 1,500. From a very large 50-gallon drum full of contestants' names, they pulled mine. I'm thankful and very grateful to say that I've had my fair share of good luck. This streak has followed me throughout my life, and although it doesn't seem to pertain to large lottery wins, it does seem to happen particularly with radio stations. I've been the correct caller many times and enjoyed a plethora of nights out, gift certificates, $100 worth of lottery tickets. Oh, that I've won a few times. And even won $1,000 on a guessing game just as it was about to buzz me out. Honeybunch was rather impressed with all of these wins. They've enriched our lives, they've cost us nothing. So that's a true win. And then there's the counter win, which is something completely different. Let me explain. A few years ago, a local radio station was teaming up with a small-town countertop dealer and giving away $3,000 worth of materials, quartz or granite, plus installation. All you had to do was submit a 1-minute video of why you should win. So I sent in my video about wanting a new quartz countertop, and my video focused completely on my 2-piece, 15-foot, 30-year-old Formica countertop, which was once white but had yellowed with age. I explained how much a new quartz countertop would help bring my kitchen out of 1979 and into 2016. I ended it by thanking both the station and the countertop company for the opportunity. All done in exactly 1 minute. Now, I didn't tell Honeybunch right away that I'd entered. I actually didn't let him know until a few days before the actual draw. And he raised an eyebrow. "You did?" Now, I know that tone. He wasn't asking me out of curiosity. It was more concern than anything. Honeybunch could see the bigger picture that was staring me right in the face and that I'd completely overlooked. You see, we weren't exactly in a position to do a major overhaul of our kitchen, and a quartz countertop would require an update to the oak veneer cabinets, at least. I didn't think it would matter, but once we got to talking, I realized that this win could cost us. We realized there was a fair chance I wouldn't win at all, and this concern was for nothing, but we agreed that, if I won, maybe all we'd do is replace the countertop with something that would work. We'd tackle the rest of the problems at another time. So we decided to wait and see if we won, and we'd go from there. Well, as you may have guessed, I won. I don't know if you've ever had the good fortune of being able to have a beautiful new countertop installed in your home, but this was a first for Honeybunch and I, and we soaked up every minute of it. Right from the start, when I walked into the countertop showroom, I was blown away. They had a full-on kitchen right there with a beautiful white, gray mottled quartz countertop and a black granite sink. I couldn't hold back my delight at what I saw. The countertop material was gorgeous, and I'd never seen a granite sink. It looked amazing. The consultant we met with could not have been nicer, and he was very congratulatory on our win and wanted to give us the full experience. He took us out to where we would pick out the material for our countertop. It was like walking into a large cave with all different types of quartz and granite lined along the walls. I had no idea they could come in such incredible patterns and colors. Oh, gone was the idea of replacing with a simple white countertop, and although I could see Honeybunch lingering around the more white, neutral tones, I went for drama and chose a beautiful quartz material with specks of dark browns, creams, tans, and golds mixed through. And because I loved the granite sink so much, he included an espresso-colored granite sink that would go beautifully with the quartz we'd chosen. Both would stand out like a sore thumb against the outdated oak veneer cabinets, the green walls, and laminated green flooring of my outdated kitchen. By the time the installation of the countertop came, we had stripped our floors of all materials and laid down vinyl plank flooring throughout the upper and main floors of the house. We'd also painted the kitchen cabinets a deep espresso to match the granite sink, and the walls were a soft buttercream color. When the countertop was finally installed, it was the jewel in the crown that was now our new kitchen, and it looked exquisite. How lucky were we to have won this beautiful prize? Well, leave it to Honeybunch to put it all into perspective. We were told by the countertop company that, in fact, we were given much more than our original win of $3,000. The actual cost came out to approximately $4,700. And after totaling the expenses of all the changes we'd made to accommodate the new countertop and sink, it too came out to approximately $4,700. When you have to spend as much as the item you won to make it work, that's now called a counter win. And that's what I find funny. Oh, I hope you've had some wins in your life too. Be sure to leave me your comments and hit that like button. As the last name states, share it with your family and friends. This podcast can be found on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all other sites where you can find podcasts, except for Apple, because frankly, I don't anything. I apologize. Thank you for listening and supporting my podcast, and always remember to find funny where you can and take care.